day. It just has to be self-deprecating, and then it's fine. I Feel Pretty. So I Feel Pretty stars Amy Schumer. She's struggling in life. She's trying to figure it out. She wishes she was more beautiful. Then one day she bumps her head and then she sees herself how she's always wanted to look. It never shows what she sees. You just always see Amy Schumer the entire time. But she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so beautiful. I look completely different. Then paths and life starts opening up to her. And what I liked about this movie is, first of all, it's Amy Schumer. I know it's kind of a cool thing to hate Amy Schumer right now. I honestly haven't seen any of her stand-up. Everything I know about Amy Schumer, I know from what I've seen in movies. I thought Amy Schumer was really good in this movie. She's fun, she's charming, I like the romance she builds. I like the romance in this movie because it wasn't set up on jokes. They have jokey banter in here, but in the end, it's just, it was such an organic relationship. They laughed and joked like couples laugh and joke. I also like the message in this movie about being comfortable with yourself and how you view yourself actually will affect your world more than how other people view you. It seems a lot of people are really concerned with what other people say to or about other people, disregarding the fact that if that goes away, their worlds won't be any different. They'll still be just as miserable or just as happy as they are. People being happy with themselves, that's where happiness comes from. Funny enough, early on when this trailer came out, a lot of people were saying this movie's problematic or some shit. I just don't see it at all. I don't see how a movie that says, hey, empowerment coming from within is what matters, I don't see how that message is somehow toxic. Then again, I don't get Twitter most of the time anyway, so whatever. I did find it weird that I wasn't laughing a lot in the movie. It didn't even dawn on me until about halfway through. I think it was halfway through. This movie feels pretty fucking long, so it might have been halfway through. Just at a point, I'm watching Amy Schumer and her on-screen boyfriend. I was like, this is very sweet. Then I realized I'm not laughing. Oh my god, I really haven't laughed a lot in this movie at all. I found that kind of weird for it being a comedy. It's like they were going for the Judd Apatow route. You know, it's like it's a comedy, but we're gonna elevate it with a lot of heart. And like every Judd Apatow film or someone who tries to emulate the Judd Apatow feeling, this movie does feel fucking long. Too long, way too long. This movie feels 2.5 hours long. It's probably just a little over 2 hours, maybe around 2 hours. But if a movie is 2 hours long, but feels like 2.5 hours long, I'd rather a movie be 2.5 hours long that feels 2 hours long. That movie at least will have good pacing. This movie didn't really have good pacing. Pacing was sluggish at times. At a point, I'm like, you can wrap this up anytime. We get it. We get the point. We get the message. We get the feels. We can go. Life's too short for a movie to be too long. In fact, I would argue if this movie had better pacing, I wouldn't have noticed I wasn't laughing a lot. I would have enjoyed the movie as a more heartfelt film rather than a comedy. If I think of funniest movies I've seen lately, I'm not gonna think of this one. But heartfelt, maybe. Because in the end, this movie was sweet and heartfelt, not as funny as it wanted to be. The pacing was off. It was alright. I more or less enjoy the message that this girl's entire world starts to change. Things start coming to her. But the only catalyst that actually changed in her life to get this stuff going is how she viewed herself. I found it to be a very real message, very relevant message. I like that. In the end, this movie had enjoyment. Probably would have hit it out of the park if I had a glass of sangria. Yeah, now it's a party. Alright, so I Feel Pretty. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what's a comedy that's more heartfelt than comedy that you enjoy? Whatever it is, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.